to try to move the needle on?
Well, the express business, which of course is the largest of our four segments, the global entity that serves 220 countries and which is buying TNT Express, has seen reasonably good growth. We have our profit improvement program on track that's been underway for a couple of years. It's benefited, like our other transport segments, from the growth in e-commerce. And now if you see some GDP growth in Europe, I think the stage is set for some really good results in the years to come.
I guess a lot of people are talking about UPS this morning, given the acquisition of TNT. UPS tried to do this a couple of years ago, couldn't get it done. What's different this time around, and why have you been successful in terms of this TNT deal?
Well, our analysis would indicate that the market share numbers in Europe and the domestic businesses and certainly the intra-European surface market that I mentioned would make this deal acceptable to the EU competition authorities, where in the case of the previous transaction that was not the case. So we're confident we'll get approval of the deal in the months to come, although the process is a lengthy one.
And once you get the approval, how long in terms of integration and really getting these two companies together? You said that there wasn't much overlap, so that's a positive.
Well, we'll put a lot of time and effort into the integration. We have very strong capabilities in our corporate development group, which includes integration skills. So we'll be working very hard in 16, assuming that we get this approved in the first half of 16. And the benefits will begin to be seen in FY 18. So it'll take us 18 months or so to really get a lot of the things put together, but it should be highly accretive after that point.
Fred, let me get your take. We've been talking about the earnings story all morning here because of the strong dollar and what that has meant for multinationals. Do you think that going forward, let's say the next year or two, we're going to see a reversal of this? Or how significant has the strong dollar been in terms of really impacting corporate earnings? I recognize we're approaching the quarterly numbers and you're probably in a quiet period, but overall, broadly speaking, if you could take us from 30,000 feet, should people be worried about the impact of the dollar on earnings?
Well, for many multinationals, the strengthening dollar has put a lot of pressure on their earnings because so much of the earnings of the U.S.-based multinationals are offshore. On the other side of the coin, just as we talked about initially, it also provides opportunities, and that's one of the reasons that